Hey, if you touch me, you gon' bleed. Big braids, you know what I mean. Big braids, you know what I need. He pull up and it's all love. We pull up and it's all guns. Bitch, we won, we up one. Good deuce for your son. That's on us, that's on blood. Let me see how I'ma play it. You know we in the treetops, I'm saying. Draco on me, that's a Reebok or blast it. Speak loud, I blast it. We not gon' pass it. Your chance, you had it. Ain't no hashing out shit, ain't no kissing, no asses. Buff song while I shoot, still won't miss through the glasses. Won't miss you in traffic. Lean on my dashboard, won't spill it, I'm splashing. Gorillas gon' grab you. My niggas is savage. My bitch is the bad one. You wish that you had one. I grew up the bad son. Getting kicked out of school, acting up in them classrooms. On time, on schedule, play sports, gold medals, I made me better, Pops made his money, didn't make me nothing, Mama drunk her drink, beat me for her pain, Now I drink my drink, make hoes snort cane, Don't show 'em no love, barely show 'em my name, cause they know my name. Shit came with the ooh yeah, big shot with the two-step, get right with a loose left. Good night, got a deuce left. Woo, 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 woo. Got that chopper with the straps, look like I'm parachuting. Kill a nigga while he sleeping, scuba Freddy Krueger. White bitch with me, look just like Betty Boop. Let my nephew drive the Ford cause he wanted to. Take a order for the perks, I need more than two. Smoking shortbread, cookie, let alone the dudes. Let your bitch step the pill, say the mortgage due. Then put her on the corner, see the whore in you. She wish it was more of me, no, I wish it was more of you. Whip a brick and turn it into six, that's what this fork could do. Thought he was your best friend, that nigga with the cord on you. Caught him with his bitch butt naked like a porno shoe. If you touch me, you gon' bleed. Big braids, you know what I mean. Big braids, you know what I need. He pull up and it's all love. We pull up and it's all guns. Bitch, we won, we up one. Good deuce for your son. That's on us, that's on blood.
Alright, so what's going on, Free Game Nation? I gotta welcome y'all back to the classroom. I am Professor Jokasey. Gotta give a shout out to all the Patreons, everybody that's supporting this channel, man, keeping this channel going. If you guys want to hear more from Jokasey, you gotta hit the like button. You gotta hit that subscribe button. I mean, you don't gotta do nothing but stay black and die, or stay white or die, or stay yellow or die, whatever nationality you is. But if you want to hear more, I mean, that's only if you want to hear more. Then, support this channel by pressing that like button so these videos can get out to more people. And the ones who want to support, they can really support, and then they can go to the Patreon, they can get the real game, and they can go get the books, and they can get the real game, and then all you YouTube jokers, y'all can get the bare minimum, but the bare minimum for me is gonna be way better than the bare minimum from anybody else. So at the end of the day, it's still a win-win situation for everybody. You figure Dallas. But let's go ahead and get into what I want to talk about today. Now, I got to show love to the Patreons, and, it's some real shit we be talking about over there in Patreon land. I'm not going to split it with YouTube because the people who really want the game, sacrificing $10 a month, that ain't going to, it's worth it. It's worth, like, the game, like, the specials I give to you guys on Patreon is the same shit that, like, a lot of these jokers, they'll come up with some bullshit that ain't even half as good as the stuff I'm saying on Patreon, and they'll charge y'all like $20 just to hear that one video of them talking some goofy shit while I'm on Patreon giving life-changing sermons damn near every week, and I'm only charging $10 a month. But hey, I'm telling you know what? I don't know. I don't even think I'm gonna raise the price. I think I'm gonna just keep it at the 10, man. Even though I know I'm the game I'm giving is crazy, I'm gonna keep it at the 10. I ain't even gonna take it up. I'm taking up the books and all that shit though, but I'm gonna keep the Patreon right where it's at. When it start growing, special features and all that other stuff will just come with the prices. But what I want to talk about today was some of Patreon asked me, man. They was asking me about Sada Baby. Now, y'all know I really don't like talking on these celebrities, man, because people get in their feelings. And, Professor Jokasey is ex-street dude trying to be a YouTuber. I did the square shit. Now I'm trying to do the YouTube shit. I'm not one of these YouTube cats trying to be a street dude. Like, a lot of these cats y'all listen to, they a lot of these cats, they in it for the fame. Professor Jokasey, I don't want the fame, and I also don't want the smoke. I do not want the smoke. So I try to stay clear of this shit, man. Cause I don't do the YouTube, man. Let me just be quiet, man. I'm just saying I don't want the smoke. I don't want the back and forth. I don't want all the the bullshit that you know, a lot of people they play into, because you know this the only chance they get to do it. When you done been through that, you know it ain't cool. When you done seen it on both sides, you know it ain't cool. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. But when it comes to Sada Baby, I'm gonna start off by saying, you know, I don't want to speak on this dude, but I do want to say I got the utmost respect for this dude, and I do want to say, if this true, because I'm not finna do no research, I'm too lazy for that. They saying that dude joined the gang in his early or late 20s. Hold on, I'm not even gonna go to the Patreon and check it out. I knew it was 20s, and dude was asking me, he was like, Jokasey, do you think that was real for him to join the gang that late? Do you think he just faking the funk? You know, he one of these studio gangsters and all that shit. Duh. And I'm just answer that like this, because I didn't want to answer it on Patreon. I didn't want to take away from the shit that we talk about on Patreon. So I said I bring that shit to YouTube, and you know, because I haven't gave nobody no videos in like 2 weeks on YouTube. So I said I drop some shit on YouTube, and I'll explain that. I'm gonna put it like this: joining a gang in your 20s is like the smartest thing anybody can do. If you gonna join a gang, join that shit in your 20s, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, joining a gang is more of a serious commitment than getting married. It's easier to leave your wife than it is to leave a goddamn gang. Right? That's not no decision nobody should be making as a teenager. You can't even think for yourself. You don't even know what the fuck you want to do with your life. You know, I got so many homies destroyed their life before they was even 18. Never had a chance. Didn't give themselves a chance. Like, you know, started off fucked up. So I know y'all probably listen to me say this, and y'all like, oh, Jokasey, didn't you jump off the porch when you was 10? Yeah, I jumped off the porch. I ain't joined no fucking gang. You know, my mom was calling the police on me. I'm at the runaway shelter and shit. So my cousin, he took me in. You know, and back then we didn't have these organized. It wasn't no colors or nothing. It was street gangs. It was hood gangs. And a lot of you cats who represent the colors now, I guarantee you, like most of you cats back in the 90s, early 2000s, wasn't no colors in your neighborhood. That shit came mid 2000s. That shit once Lil Wayne and them boys started banging colors, that's when everybody around the South and the Midwest and like that shit, it just spread it. It spread it like overnight. But you know, in the 90s, man, a lot of that shit was just Chicago and LA, and you know, you had certain other spots that was doing it, but it wasn't like it is now. This shit everywhere now. So when I jumped off the porch, you know, it was neighborhood gangs then, but I ain't joined no neighborhood gang. I ain't had to. I was staying with my cousin, you know, they were doing what they was doing, but, you know, I was just a little bad-ass kid doing what other bad-ass kids do. And, you know, I had me a little squad I ran with, but it wasn't no, we got to go do this, we got to go do that. It was a couple of cats who was initiated, and they had to go do that. They had to go do this. I remember I was getting ready to fight one of the homies, man, when I was like 19, 20, because he was trying to brag on some bodies he had. And I checked him. I said, bro, you got to be real now, bro. I said, them niggas, they was sending you on dummy missions, bro. I said, them really ain't your bodies. I said, man, you would let niggas send you out there to do dumb shit, bro. I said, because he was depressed over the shit. He got mad at me for trying to help him with his depression. He was like, man, you don't even know, man. I close my eyes, I be seeing people. And I'm like, bro, that really wasn't your fault. Them boys sent you on dummy missions, bro. And you know, he didn't like that. He didn't like how I gave it to him like that, though. So me and brother, we were getting ready to beef over that. And you know, my big homie had to stop that shit because he knew where it was gonna go. I was like, bro, because you know, a lot of times people will do some shit, and they do it out of the need to get respect. And that's the dumbest reason to do anything. This is why the street's so fucked up right now. You got a lot of people, you got a lot of kids hurting each other because they think they're gonna get some respect out of it. And the reason why so many people snitching is because once they get with them people and them people start throwing football numbers at them, that's when they start to realize that the respect is gonna be gone anyway. They know somebody might give them a shout out and say shout out to this dude on Facebook or YouTube or something like that. They might be able to talk to people online, but the respect is only gonna be superficial. It's only gonna be like, okay, bam, cause you get you a phone and you hop on Facebook, you post something, you might get 100 likes or some shit like that. But at the same time, the same dude that's liking your shit and saying free my dude is at the house smashing your baby mama. The same dude who's saying doing this and doing that is busting down all the plays that you used to have, and he ain't sending you no money. It's a whole lot of cats start to realize that respect shit ain't really what it's cut out to be anyway. So this is why I wouldn't recommend nobody under the age of 20 joining no type of gang. Like, I really wouldn't even recommend joining no gang unless you go to jail anyway. That shit should be for survival purposes only, but I understand why people do what they do. I'm not mad at Sada Baby. I say, man, give yourself a chance to live your life. And then, let's say you 21, 22, and you still a loser, and you ain't graduate, you ain't got no job, ain't shit popping for you in the square world. Then, okay, man, join the gang. Go ahead first. Go ahead first, cause now you're not really giving up nothing. You're not that superstar athlete. Like, it's so many times, man. Like, man, I seen too many cats that was star athletes. Star basketball players, star football players, scholarships, and they fuck it off in the streets. Too many times I've seen that, man. And, so it's like, when people be like, my big homie done gave me the game, your big homie ain't give you the game, because when you got the game, this what game do for you when you got game. When you got game, you can create your own universe. If I teach you how to go do something that's going to fuck up your life, I'm not giving you the game. I'm just teaching you I'm teaching you how to be stupid. See, this is the problem with the game, because we got too many people saying that this guy gave me the game, that guy gave me the game, this guy gave me the game, and your whole life fucked up. All you got to show for the game is a reputation. You did not get the game. You got finesse. When somebody give you the game, you go out there and you make millions with that. When somebody give you the game, you go out and you blow up with that. You don't go to jail with the game. You don't throw away your life with the game. We got to stop diluting this game, and I'm trying to be real sensitive to it, because I know I don't want to be stepping on nobody's toes with this game I'm about to give y'all, but y'all got to understand, man, what's the game and what's the bullshit. Stop falling for the stupid shit, man. I can't give y'all this Patreon gang, because that's for Patreon, but I can come on YouTube and I can chop it up with y'all for a little piece, and that's what I'm doing right now. And, so when I think about Sada Baby, I think Sada Baby did the smartest thing in the world, man. Sada Baby gave himself a chance at life. And then, when he was 20, he got tired of working and all that shit there. He said, this square shit ain't for me. Now I'm going to hop off in the set. So I say, try the square shit first. I would tell anybody listening to me, try the square shit first. Try to graduate first. Everybody dropping out at 10th grade. And, I'm not pointing my fingers at nobody, because Professor Jokasey, I dropped out in the 10th grade too. But I'm just saying, man, if I can go back, nigga, I'm going to do the square shit first. I'm going to do the square shit first. I jumped off the porch at 10. I didn't have the guidance. I didn't have nobody over me to tell me what was right and what was wrong. And I'm skipping grades and everything, and I still dropped out in the 10th grade. You feel me? So that was on me. But if I can tell anybody anything, is try the square shit first. If the square shit don't work out, then go to the game, because you got to understand, everybody in the game, they got one dream, and that's living a square life with a shit ton of money and no stresses. If you ain't never been, this how I could tell a motherfucker who ain't never really been in the streets, because they glorify it too much. If you really been in the streets, you understand that your fantasy is getting out of the streets. See, sometimes people fantasize about ordinary shit. This how these hoes be getting these celebrities, because, these celebrities get tired of getting treated like they some big superstar by these groupie hoes. And the ones they end up falling for, it be the females who understand the fantasy of the ordinary. When a woman understand, he just want to feel like an average dude. So they give him that game. And he like, oh shit, man, I forgot how I felt like to be an average guy. Man, she don't really care about the money. She see me for me all around, man. This bitch running the game because she understand that the ordinary in itself is sometimes a fantasy. People who live ordinary lives, they fantasize about grandiose shit. People who live grandiose lives, they fantasize about ordinary shit. Life gonna always balance itself out. So I would tell anybody, man, balance your shit out. Start off, try to do the square shit. Square shit don't work. All right, cool. Then you can hop off in these streets. And now you hopping off in these streets as a grown man and nobody can't tell you nothing. Can't nobody send you on those suicide missions. You old enough to think for yourself. You hopping off in the streets as an adult instead of hopping off in the streets as a baby. I was lucky enough to be around some cats who had my best interests in mind, man. I was lucky enough to be around some cats who didn't send me on no goofy missions because I had enough respect and admiration for those dudes that I would have did it with no problem. I would have did it with no problem. And I was trying to tell the homie, man, I like, bro, you stressing over these, whatever you done been through. And I'm trying to tell the homie, it wasn't your fault, man. You know, God bless the dead. He dead now. But I was trying to tell him when he was here, I was like, bro, them boys, they sent you on that. Them really weren't your kills. That was another nigga kills. And he manipulated the mind of a young boy to go do that shit. And, you know, he didn't take too kindly to that. But that is what it is. I'm going to leave that in the past, man. You know, I don't want to speak on nobody who ain't here, you know, and talking about sticky situations that I had with that person. But, you know, that's still with my nigga, man. When he, you know, we was cool in the motherfucker, you know, up until the day he passed. We just had that one little rough patch in the game. But I'm going to take that and I'm gonna piggyback. I'm going to go to Tupac. Tupac did the same shit. And this is why a lot of people consider Tupac to be a fake thug. They're like, oh, man, this nigga, you know, he ain't really started getting in trouble till he got a record deal. He was doing the ballet shit. He was doing the School of Art shit. Man, try the square shit. And if the square shit don't work, then hop in the streets. So when the square shit didn't work, Tupac did what any intelligent person would do. And this is another thing. This is why I know Tupac was smart, man. Because I want to speak on I want to speak on that conspiracy when Tupac died. I want to speak on when Tupac passed. And shout out to Sada Baby, you know what I'm saying, man. Like I said, man, I got all the respect for that cat. I don't even know if that's true that he hopped off in the game later on in life. I don't know. I'm just going off what Patreon told me. So if I'm wrong on that, y'all can correct me and say, oh man, Sada Baby been in the streets all his life. You wrong on that, Professor Jokasey. If that's the case, I apologize. I'm just going off a question that somebody asked me. I don't do no research on these niggas. I got too much shit going on in my life to be in this celebrity shit that y'all like to be on. I just, you know, a motherfucker asked me about it, and I gave my piece on that, you know. So, but yeah, shout out to dude. Shout out to everybody in Detroit. Shout out to everything them boys got going on. I want to see everybody be successful, man. You know, so that's that. This ain't no hating, you know, all that good shit like that, though. It's just me giving my little sin on that. And now we finna talk about Pac. Tupac, I remember hearing this when the man died. I was 12 years old in 96. And I remember my big cuz, God bless the dead. Everybody was trying to say that Puffy killed Tupac. Everybody was saying Puffy and Big did that, man. Puffy and Big, after that, hit him up. Because I remember when Hit 'Em Up first came out, everybody was like, oh man, Tupac is dead, man. Tupac days number. Tupac, that nigga, he ain't gonna make it out that shit. That boy, that Hit 'Em Up, it was too vicious. But I remember my people talking, and they were like, man, I remember one nigga was like, I can't remember the conversation word for word, but I remember the gist. I remember hearing, I ain't gonna say homie name, but I remember homie telling my cuz, he was like, man, that nigga Tupac stupid, man. That nigga Tupac, man, why he swing on that nigga, man? He knew them nigga was gonna kill him. He knew them nigga man, that wasn't Puffy. That was the niggas he swung on. Tupac swung on some real ass niggas, and they got his ass. And then my people, you know, see, this niggas I learned game from niggas who think. This the thing about coming up in the streets. You can't blow up to be one of the top niggas in your city if you not smart. You cannot blow up to be one of the top niggas. You got to be an educated dude. You got to be an organized dude to have people up under you, to have people who want to follow you. It's more than just being charismatic. Just like the YouTube shit, man. You gotta have half a brain to do this YouTube. You can't just be no dumbass nigga coming on YouTube trying to talk, because everybody on YouTube is professional speakers. That's why y'all look stupid when y'all be calling in trying to debate these people, man. Cause y'all calling in trying to debate professional speakers. Even when they wrong, they smart enough to prove that they're right if they're talking to the simping. But that's neither here nor there. I went over that on Patreon last week. Part 2 coming this week, man. Matter of fact, after I finish this, I'm gonna take a nap. Then I'm gonna get up and drop part 2, because like when I do Patreons, I like to be fresh. Like it's after a long day, I'm coming in here, I'm dropping this shit right now for YouTube, because I feel like, I need to give y'all something, so I'm gonna give y'all this. But I'm not really fresh right now to really give the game I want to give that I'm gonna give on Patreon. But I remember dude was saying like, Tupac stupid, man. Why he swung on them niggas, man? He knew them niggas was some killers. Why he ain't have his little homies do it? Why he ain't had the little workers do it? You the money. The money ain't supposed to be fighting like that. The money ain't supposed to be doing all this. And then my cuz was like, see, man, he say, this why y'all niggas ain't really got no money like that. Because y'all niggas don't know how to think. And everybody was looking at him like, what you mean, nigga? What you mean? What you got? He said something to the extent of, the nigga Tupac knew he couldn't leave death row like that. See, y'all thinking that nigga was making all that music because he thought he was gonna die. He said y'all thought, he was stupid for swinging on that dude when he could have had the little niggas do it. He said that nigga Tupac was on probation. Tupac was trying to play chess while everybody else was playing checkers. Tupac put out all that music to prepare for jail. He wasn't preparing for hell. So when Tupac swung on that nigga at Vegas with all them cameras, he knew he was he knew he was violating. That's why he took off before anybody could stop him. When a nigga came and said something, he didn't have no conversations. He didn't say, hey, man, what y'all want to do, man? Y'all want to go get these niggas? He said, fuck that. This my opportunity to go swing on this nigga. I'm going to put out this music. I'd already rent #1 while I was in jail the first time. I'm going to go #1 again with Machiavelli. I got 2 other CDs. My contract with Death Row going to be filled. I done solidified myself as this gangster shit I'm trying to do. So now, nigga, I'm going to go to jail. Now I got Suge niggas backing me up. He said, man, I'm going to do this time. I'm going to lay down. And by the time he got out, all that East Coast, West Coast shit was going to be over. That was his way out of the East Coast, West Coast beef. That was his way out of Death Row. That was his way out of everything. He could have came home and just did the movie star shit. And, he fucked everybody's head up with that shit, though. And I feel the same way. I felt like, and when I think Suge was so pissed off, this is what I think now. I believe what Cub was saying, but I think when it happened, Suge was so pissed off, he couldn't hit Tupac at the time, because Suge knew the moment Tupac walked over there and swung on that man, that Tupac just fucked up his record deal. He knew that Tupac just violated. And he was so pissed off that he kicked that dude in the head just off of pure anger, and he violated his own probation. Now, did Suge set Tupac up? Because he didn't want Tupac to leave. He said, all right, nigga, if you going to leave me, nigga, you going to leave in the box. I don't know. A lot of people saying Suge had something to do. I don't know. I do know Suge was smart. See, you don't become a nigga like Suge Knight. You don't make it. You don't become a football nigga and take over the whole goddamn record industry, and you stealing Dr. Dre from Eazy-E, and you getting Tupac, and you don't become a nigga like Suge Knight without having a little street smarts to yourself. Suge Knight understood the game. Suge Knight understood the game. That's why he ran his empire how he ran it, because he wanted people to be fearful of crossing him, because he wanted everybody to understand that it was going to be consequences. But Tupac was just a little too sharp. Tupac was too sharp for his own good, though, because when he did that, instead of him going to jail, he ended up catching some slugs. I think Tupac should have just kept his ass at the hotel room that night and just let them people come pick his ass up in the morning. But I think he did that shit on purpose. I think Tupac was smart enough to know, if I go and I fight in Vegas on the Strip, bitch, I'm going to jail. I know he knew that, because damn near every song he was talking about out on bail. Every song he was talking about out on motherfucking bail. He had that music stacked up That man was playing chess where everybody playing checkers. But because he was a smart dude. And that's all I'm saying, man. I'm just saying be smart, man. Be smart. When it come back to joining gangs and shit, man, if you gonna join that shit after everything else done failed. Okay, cool. I done tried to do this with my life. I done tried to do that with my life. Ain't none of this shit working. Okay, cool. Let me learn these goddamn secret handshakes and let me join this underground society because I can't do shit else. But man, we fuck up. We join that shit at the apex of life. Motherfucker be in middle school and they joining the set. That's too early, man. That's too early because now you only thing you're gonna do is just get manipulated. Only thing you're gonna do is just get manipulated. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm an old nigga, so I don't see shit like these young niggas see. Like these young niggas be like, oh, this nigga ain't gangster. That nigga, he ain't started doing that till he was this. He ain't started doing that till he was that. Nigga, I was doing that at 12. I was doing that at 13, and I still say, hey, that's too goddamn young. 12, 13 years old, nigga, you need to be playing basketball. Nigga, you need to be on the wrestling team. Nigga, you need to be fucking these hoes. You do not need to be whooping a nigga ass because he got on some blue shoes. You do not need to be shooting at a nigga because he got on a red shirt. You don't need to be doing none of that shit 12, 13 years old. You got your mama scared to go home because your mama don't want to get targeted from some dumb shit her son doing. 12, 13, you do not, nigga, let that, at least wait till you at your mama house. Grown. At least wait till you walk that stage. Because I'm telling you, if niggas waited till they walk that stage before joining that shit, a lot of niggas that start having second thoughts. Especially these basketball niggas. There's a lot of basketball niggas in the game. A lot of sports niggas in the game. If a nigga waited till they walk that stage and they got these scholarships and all this shit here popping, they'll be like, you know what, man? Let me try this square shit first, man. Let me try this square shit. Let me try this lane shit. See if this work. See if this work. Save your little potential. Nigga be having all that potential and just throw that shit away. So yeah. I don't see it. I don't see it like that, man. I don't see it like that. Like, do I think that was lame? Hell no. I salute that cat, man. I tip my hat to that cat. Nigga, join that shit at 20. At least give yourself a chance, But yeah, y'all be cool on your stool. I understand they cook with 2 peas in a pot. They ain't cooking the stove ain't hot. I'm the GOAT. I fuck with you.